Mike Moses said he liked that conscious shit.
Yo, it's your boy Mike. So today we're going to talk about the N-word. Who can say it? Who can't say it? Is it wrong? I'm going to give you guys just my cool take. I got a lot of opinions. I got a lot of thoughts. Stick around for the entire video. Let's try to gain as many perspectives from other people's viewpoints, from my viewpoint. Leave your viewpoint in the comments on what you believe in or what you agree on so that you can then make your own decision and actually think for yourself, all right? When you tell somebody that they can't say a certain word, it makes them want to do it even more. I do know this. Everybody can police themselves, right? Now, if I'm a white person and I buy your song and in your song, and I pay $3 for your song, and your song says nigga, don't believe me, just watch. So I paid for the music, but I can't say the words. If on every rap song that had the word nigga in it, if it popped up and said, do you have a nigga pass? And if you don't, you click no, then boom, they give you, they give you like the edited version of the song. There's like over 170,000, like maybe 1 million words, right? But we don't use all the words in the English language. There's a lot of words that don't even get used anymore. Matter of fact, I made a video on words that came out in 1984. There's a word spendy. Nobody even says spendy no more. It uses it, it falls off. This whole like, oh, we say nigga to keep the power, and it like we took the word back. Like, no, nigga, you guys are the ones like keeping the word going. There's a reason that there's no other racial slur that actually offends any other race more than how nigger offends black people. If we stop using the word nigga, the word would die out. But we decided to say, you know what? Oh, it's a term of endearment. Let's go back to the first known use of the word nigga, right? Now, there was a book titled The Autobiography of an Ex-Colored Man. It was written by James Walden Johnson. He was half black, half white. He decided to live his life as a white person. He was in New York City and he was just like mentioning what he saw. And I quote, he said, "I noticed that among this class of colored men, the word nigger was freely used in about the same sense as the word fellow. And sometimes it was a term of almost endearment, right? And that's probably where we get the whole, oh, it's a term of endearment, because that's exactly what he said in his book back in 1912. He said he soon learned that its use was positively and absolutely prohibited by white men. If our generation just stopped using the N-word altogether, it will go away. It's another thing, like we use nigga in front of other races. Like imagine, and please comment below, like if you're a white person and you hear a bunch of black people saying nigga, like doesn't that make you uncomfortable? I know it has to. Like I would hate for somebody to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna be able to use this word, but you can't use it. Like, what the fuck? Now, if we're trying to take power, not over the word, but power over people, now that is something, that's another perspective. Like, nah, like y'all can't say that. Like, nah, like you say it, like it's up, you know what I'm saying? That's a different story, but I don't think that's the kind of approach we're trying to take. Like, if we are offended by other people saying the word nigga, then we need to stop saying nigga ourselves. And that's just the bottom line. Because you can't tell somebody what to say and what they can't say. Because behind your back, they're gonna say it. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, as a kid, they say, yo, don't say these curse words. You're gonna curse. It's like, you're just gonna be rebellious. It's just natural to wanna do things that you're not supposed to do. Hey, don't touch that button. Nobody's looking. You're gonna touch the button, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's another thing, right? So like, you got Mexicans say nigga, hood Mexican niggas. You got not even just Mexican, like a bunch of like South American, Latino people say nigga. You got hood Asian people say nigga. You got white people say nigga that are from the hood that grew up around all black people. And it's nothing that makes people uncomfortable. Now, this is crazy because I got a homie, hazel eyes, green hazel eyes, blonde hair. When he has a fade, he looks like a nigga. But when his hair grows out, it's blonde, it's curly, kind of gives me like those old school, like Justin Timberlake vibes. When I bring him around black people that didn't know who he was, they didn't know what race he was, he would say nigga, because, I mean, he's from the hood, like Section 8, like project housing, like He's hood, you know what I'm saying? He's certified, but he's half black, half white, but he looks white under certain circumstances if you don't know who he is. And he would say nigga, and the black people would be like, yo, like, why that white boy saying nigga? Then I bring him around my white homies, and he'd say nigga, and they'd be like, yo, why is that white boy saying nigga? Is the word, like, when you're in it and you're engulfed in it, and you're just in your own bubble, you don't think it makes people uncomfortable. You don't even think twice about it because you're just living in your own world. But the word makes people feel uncomfortable. Like, there's no other example of that somebody could say. Well, actually, like, if somebody were to, like, just drop the F-bomb on a gay dude in front of me, I'd be like, bro, chill. Or if somebody was calling, like, an Asian person Oriental, I'd be like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's... Or somebody who was slow, you call them the R word, like, you be like, bro, we not supposed to say those words. Like, don't do that. But they're like, well, no, I'm taking the word back because for whatever reason, like, racism is just taught. It's like spread from like generation to generation. But when I was growing up, there was a song that I learned, and at the time, there was nothing in my head racist about it. It was like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little, 10 little boys. Now, I looked up the history on that song. That's like the politically correct version, which is still not even politically correct because Native Americans are not Indians. But the original song was really 10 little niggas. Like it's like we had 10 little niggas, one went to dine. He got left behind, so now there's only 9. 9 little niggas, one slept in late. He ain't show up to work, so now it's only 8. Like, I'm freestyling and I fucking butchered that shit, but from what I can remember, it was something crazy like 10 little niggas all the way down to 1 little nigga, you know what I'm saying? But they changed, and it wasn't nigga, it was the ER. They changed the song. Well, somebody took the 10 Little Indian song and then turned it into the nigga song, and that was like the main theme song for those minstrel, blackface, like really black exploitation shows to just show us as lazy and ignorant, and it was just bad, right? So I understand why the word nigga has so much like it. That word can hurt somebody's feelings. If you're a little kid and you never heard that word and somebody calls you that and makes you feel less than, it hurts, you know what I'm saying? But we as people, I'm talking about all people, white people, black people, Asian people, Indian people, Native American people, like all people need to stop using that word because words die out. They do. Words die out. 1994, Bootylicious came out. When's the last time you said bootylicious? Nobody says bootylicious because if you just stop using the word, it dies. Like, let's stop using the word if we are gonna care about what other people think. Now, in my opinion, my cool take, if I can say it, you can say it. I can't tell nobody not to say it. If I don't want other people saying it, then we need to just all stop saying it together because that's how you ban words. If we want to get a word banned, we just all gotta stop using it. There's no such thing as these people can use a word. Like imagine being on the other side of somebody being able to say something that you can't say. You don't even know what that feels like. Hey, you're not allowed to use this word. What? Not as an American. Now, if you're from a country where like North Korea or Cuba or one of those countries where you're not allowed to just speak your mind freely, then yeah, you already know. It's like, oh, that's nothing. Like, I can't say this, I can't say that. But as an American, somebody telling you you cannot say a certain word, that's crazy, right? So anyway, don't forget, Look both ways for free across the street. If it don't fit, don't force it. And when in doubt, pull out.